Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please subscribe to support the channel, of course, and to see more videos like this one where we trade the markets the minimalist way. So by making clear and simple analysis by using clear and simple indicators. Today I'm looking at the New Zealand dollar US dollar on the 1 hour time frame. We recently had another opportunity on this one and another successful trade, of course. It was a 2.4x return. I'll leave the link down below if you're interested in that video as well. It was a slightly different opportunity than this one, but we used the same indicator. So if you're interested in looking at something slightly different, feel free to have a look at that video as well. So today we are using the bottom stop signal, the levels and zones, and the RSI Exhaustion indicators. If you want to test the indicators yourself, you find the link in the description down below as well. So the trade is going to look like this. I am looking for a downward movement. You see here we have a downward movement here and then another one here, okay? And then we have an upward movement here, then a small retracement, and then another upward movement. But the general idea, and of course there was a small retracement here, so upward movement, down, up, down, up, down, up, and now guess what? Down. The general idea is that we are sitting between two major levels, this resistance level here and this support level here, okay? You see, they are very clear, and these are major levels, okay? Major levels, because the levels that the levels and zones indicator signals are very significant levels, and the price always like to visit them, so it touches them multiple times. It moves very close to them very frequently. See what happened here, and then it went back down and then back up, and then see what happens here. It touches this level and now it's up here, visiting this level here, and then it's probably going down and probably going down up to this level down here, all the way down. Why I believe so? Let me cancel all these trends because I don't want to mess the analysis. So what I'm looking at are three conditions. We need to have three conditions all true. So the first one is that the price is moving higher, but at the same time significantly higher, but at the same time the RSI is going down. Okay, you see the RSI is going down, and just starting from the highest point, the RSI, considering the most recent, of course, the most recent action, both of the price and the RSI. But I see that the price is moving significantly higher while the RSI is moving slightly down, okay? It's almost flat but slightly down, but this means that we have divergence between the price, which goes up, and the RSI, which goes down. And this is the first condition that we need to have. So divergence is checked. The second condition is to have the RSI exhausted, and in this case is bullish exhausted, which means that since we are expecting a downward movement, this means that the price should not have more room to go to the upside. And so this is confirming the fact that since the RSI is going down and it's bullish exhausted, that the upward movement should be over, okay? The third rule, which is very simple, is to have a top. And we have one here and one here, so these are basically two tops, but you can see this as one single top here, then we got one here, and previously we had more tops down here. So of course these top here are higher than the previous one, so it means that, and the RSI is lower, so it means that they are stronger and stronger. So the higher you go and you get a top, it means that it's a stronger top, okay? In this case, we have one, which is confirmed because we have waited the close of the next candle. You should always wait the close of the next candle. And so we can definitely trade this opportunity. So the three conditions are divergence, and we have it, exhaustion, and we have it, and the top, and we have it. Additionally, as an extra confirmation to this setup is that we are sitting just below this major resistance, which will push the price down, and the target will probably be this support here, which will, if the price moves down, then this resistance will attract the price, because we know that the price likes to visit these levels. Okay, so let me draw the trade so that you can better understand what I'm saying. So the target is going to be this one down here, all the way down here, because we said that if the price moves down as we are expecting, then there is a very high chance that the price will visit the support down here. Regarding the stop loss, depending how risky you want to be, you can set it here, which is at the current buy area, the end of the buy zone. Here the green area is the buy zone. This is a very conservative approach. If you want to be a moderate, you can place it around here, because you are sitting above the resistance, so you are protected both by the sell zone down here, so the price might go up within the sell zone but then go down, or it will be stopped by this major resistance here. So we are protected by two components. If then you want to be super aggressive, then you can just set the stop loss down here, because you are basically giving a bit more room to go in addition to the most recent high point here. So the highest level, the most recent highest levels is this one. We give it a bit more room to move, but I'd say that this approach is very aggressive, because in this kind of scenario I like to keep the stop loss above the resistance, so that we are super protected by the sell zone and the resistance as well, but at the same time we are moderately aggressive. So this is the setup. I guess it works. Yes, we have a 3.3x return, which is excellent. And so we just need to wait for the price to move, and I keep you updated. Guys, I made a mistake in the previous part of the video, because actually my setup in my trading account is slightly different, actually better, because what I draw the entry price here, but actually the price was up here. So my entry price is actually up here. It is slightly lower than the close price on this candle. Let me see. Yeah, it's this one. The stop loss is of course the same as before. It was let me change it for you so that it's okay. And then the target is down at the support level here. So this is the trade, which of course has a even better risk reward. And what I see here is that the price is trying to move higher, but the sell zone is preventing it from moving higher, and the sell zone is protecting us as we expected, and as most of the times happens. So in this case the price tried to push higher, but then it looks like it's now moving lower. If the price wants to come back up, then it will find again the sell zone, which is kind of shrinking a little bit. It's getting smaller, but so it means that we will protect us a little bit less, but it's still there, of course. And moreover, we also have this major resistance, so we should be enough protected even if the price decides to come back up. If instead, like we are expecting, the price will come down, then well guys, it's going to be a very great trade, because we are currently in for more than 5x return, which is excellent. Unfortunately, the RSI is still pretty high, so I still don't see the strength to come down very quickly, but we just need to be patient and keep track on this trade. So the price is having difficulty to move lower, but I see the RSI is now dropping, which means that we should expect the price to eventually move lower. This is a very good sign that our initial analysis is absolutely perfect. We just need to be patient. We just need to be patient, because patience is the best way you can trade any trade. Sometimes trades get forever, sometimes they are quick, but if they get forever, you should never get frustrated by the trade. In this case, it's not getting forever. I mean, it's just taking its time, but we still need to be patient, because it's still a long way to go all the way down to our target. Of course, our expected return is going to be substantially higher than the usual return that we can get, maybe like 3-4x. This is going to be more than 5, which is super excellent. Well, of course, sometimes we get even better returns like this one, but this is very excellent, trust me. And it is very likely that we reach this target. It is very likely, because setups like this happen every day on every asset, on every time frame. So you just need to have the patience to look for them, to wait for them, and then when you see the best opportunities, you just isolate them. You do your own analysis with the indicators by looking at the price action, by looking at the indicators, what they are telling you, and then you take the best opportunities, which look like this one, maybe with higher risk reward, maybe with lower risk reward, but they are still very great opportunities, because they are very likely opportunities, and then you just trade them by keeping it rational throughout the whole trade. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on this trade, guys. So the price has moved a little bit now, so it's now lower than the previous update. It went down and then it went back up almost to our entry level, and then it's now down again. I see that the RSI is dropping, which is excellent, because it means that the price should come down further. And it also, I see that it's exhausted, which is super excellent, because it means that this downward movement is totally sustained by the RSI exhaustion. So considering this RSI and considering the fact that the price is trending down, the RSI down and exhausted, it means that we will likely see the price continuing its downward movement, and since it is very likely that it will come down to this support line, we should reach our target without any big issue. Of course, we don't know, so I like to always play it safe, and I moved my stop loss to break even now in my trading account, so that I'm at this level with the break even point, which is higher than this retracement here, so that in the worst case scenario, if the price comes all the way back up here, I'm out of the trade with a profit. It's going to be a tiny profit, but it's still a profit, and most importantly, it's not a loss. In the best case scenario, instead, we are out of this trade with a more than 5x return. So guys, we need to be patient a bit more, because it's still a long way down, but let's see how this trade goes on. We are approaching the target, so the price has dropped further, so we are now almost to our target. We are barely touching the buy zone down here. The volatility has increased a little bit, because as you can see here, we have a very long candle to the downside, and then very long candle to the upside, and then 2 candles to the downside, which are pretty bearish. This kind of pattern is pretty bearish. But the most important thing is that also the RSI is supporting this downward movement, So let me extend this. So we should get to our target without any problem. It's gonna take a bit more, maybe just one candle, maybe some more candles. This is the thing that we never can predict, but we can definitely say that we will eventually see a lower price here. The price has reached our target, so we have closed the trade with a 5.3x return, which is absolutely nuts, guys. Absolutely amazing return. It got a little bit of hardness to go down here because I mean, there is this buy zone which slows down the downtrend, but eventually it went all the way down and touched the support line as we were expecting from our initial analysis. What I see here is that the RSI is now bearish exhausted and it's been quite some candles since it's bearish exhausted, so the price might come down even lower. Depending on how aggressive you are, you can play with your target. Of course, initially at the beginning of the video, I spoke about the stop loss so that you can be more conservative or more aggressive. Of course, the same is true for the target. So I set the target here because I was confident that the price would have come down all the way here. If you want to be more conservative, you can look for some structure, a previous structure somewhere in between this resistance and support levels. So maybe you could say this is this level here. I can see some structure here, or maybe down here I see some structure, and so you can set the target at these levels. But or maybe you can go even lower and be more aggressive in this case. So you can say, okay, I want the price to go this low. Of course, you are gonna get a much better risk reward, but to me that is a bit too risky. So I always like to stick to the rules and be pretty safe in my trading. So I take only the best opportunities and I trade them quite safely. And this, guys, trust me, it was a safe trade, and a safe trade with a 5.3x return. This is why I'm saying that this is nuts, because it was not a risky trade. It was absolutely not a risky trade. We were well protected when we entered into this trade. We were very confident to reach our target, and nothing has happened in between. So it was a very safe trade. Moreover, when the price went down and I saw this price action here, I moved my stop loss to break even. So I was in a risk-free trade, absolutely safe trade, but with an amazing return. Okay guys, I think that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe as well if you didn't already. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.